If you have that security within yourself, how you just spread the information wide. Give. You want to go, please? I want to tell you who I booked through, what I did, how much I spent, and I'll be like, since I've already been there, let me tell you, don't spend money on this, don't do this, I would recommend you do that. You know, instead I did this and I got into debt, right? But you do it differently. If you're that kind of girly's girl, then the girl code works. But girl code doesn't work if you are insecure,
jealous.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Anesu, aka Nyati Shonga.
Hello, my name is Chido, aka Chizzy. Wagwan, Advocate Amanda here. Hi everyone, this is Kuda, aka Coates. Hi, and welcome to As Told by Us, the podcast. This is a weekly podcast where 4 professional millennials discuss living in Zimbabwe and trying to figure life out.
Someone once told us the grass is much greener on the other side.
But from where we're standing, our grass is green. Subscribe, like, share, comment down below.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody?
Hello.
We're back. Wait, is that still a thing? Like, is that still a funny joke?
You laughed though, so yes.
Anyway, welcome back, guys. You will notice that there's going to be there's a voice missing. Madame Amanda is away, chowing life, enjoying herself, catching flights. And feelings.
And feelings.
Catching flights and
all
feelings.
the feels.
All the feels. Anyway, we're going to miss her, but the show must go on. So today we're going to start off with a dilemma. Ow! All right, I'm going to read it. Here goes. My friend 23 is having an affair with a married man 35. I know instinctively and religiously that it's not a good idea and that she'll probably get her feelings hurt. I feel like the guy is using her and she's way in over her head. However, she's very invested in him. Invested in someone who's invested already.
Wow.
She's very invested in him and his life. Baby girl! She even has plans to meet his child. Yeah. I don't know how or if I should try to help her stop seeing him. What would I even say that would help, or should I just stay out of it? Well, how old? Okay, my friend 23, so I'm assuming the writer's also 23, is having an affair with a married man 35. Yay! I mean, I kind of get the I know instinctively and religiously that it's not a good idea.
Okay, so we're saying this young lady is dating someone who's 12 years her senior, who also happens to be married.
Happens to be.
For her, it's clearly
It's just a side technicality.
She doesn't care about that. And she's very invested in the sense that she's even willing to be a stepmom.
And she's 23.
Meet the kid and everything.
Baby girl.
I wonder what he's giving her.
Do you think he's giving her anything? To be honest, I actually think that a man who's married and has a child
Is not
will treat her badly. I think he wouldn't treat her. Like, I mean, of course he'll buy her a chicken in.
But I agree with you. She's getting like the bare minimum.
Getting the crumbs. She's getting the crumbs. I don't think that she's even getting his full attention because you can't text at night. I can't say good night, baby.
You know what though? She probably can. I'm just going to disappearing messages after 24 hours.
But then, what kind of relationship is that?
Yeah, but you see, auntie, she knows, right? So she's getting into it knowing that that's the relationship that she's getting. So she's not going to be offended if her message... Because me, if I see disappearing messages, one, I'm taking them off myself. Right? Two, I'm telling you, sorry, I don't do disappearing messages or whatever. But if you're entering into a situation where you know that this person is married, has a kid, I guess, you know that that's part of the package. Hence why my question, what are you getting? Because I don't want to not say like 35-year-olds don't have bag, right? But in this economy,
they don't know.
In this economy, 35-year-olds, like you might be working, you might be earning a salary of some kind, you might even have a side business that gives you money, do you know what I mean? But like, I can't think, you know, like when you think of like younger girls dating older dudes, there's a substantial amount, right, that might make you say, I get it.
But you see, this is why I then said, Papa, when I was like, I kind of get it. Like, no, listen, hear me out. Like, and hear me out. Okay. Actually, when you say hear me out, it just sounds like it's going to be so left field. But maybe she's just, intrigued by the idea of dating somebody older. Mm-hmm. I think maybe in your 20s, you kind of want to, there's a bit of a
mystery to it?
A thrill, an excitement of like, ooh, my man's 35, I'm 22. I don't know.
Do you also
I've never experienced that, but maybe that's a thing.
Do you also not think though that at that age there is also thrill of dating a married man? Like, isn't there some kind
do people
of
not fear God?
See, this girl said, I know religiously it's wrong, right?
Yeah.
But like, obviously her homie doesn't think so neither, right? And I think at that age, there is a little bit of a thrill.
I think
because she's in uni, she's not trying to get married.
I think there's a thrill.
But she's now invested, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a thrill to it.
It started off as a thrill, and now
we can't be seen anywhere.
Yeah, the car dates. The sneaky chats,
I think there's a thrill. And that's a bit addictive.
But the fact that now he's saying, I think my problem then goes to she's invested. This guy has said, I want you to meet my kid, right? That no longer sounds like a sneaky link, right? Mm-hmm. This sounds like she's being promised something, right?
Also, guys, when you date married men, I feel like that's all they can really offer you in terms of, I'm going to leave my wife, we don't sleep in the same room, I'm married to her, but we're not in love, she's just the mother of my kids,
she's my roommate.
Yeah. My roommate. I feel like you would be a better mom to my kid. I need you to meet, you're going to meet. So I feel like whenever you hear like a married man saying all of these things, you should at least, use your discernment. But unfortunately, baby girl isn't using her discernment because she's now invested. I feel like it's different in the sense that we can say, yes, it's thrilling and whatever. But this babe, since it's a dilemma from her friend, I feel her friend is more concerned at the fact that it's not play anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that is getting serious.
Yeah, it's getting way too serious, bro.
So what are we saying to the friend? Because basically the friend is saying, what would I even say? I don't know how or if I should try to help her stop seeing him. What would I even say that could help? Or should I just stay out of it? So I think let's answer her.
I would say,
if it were me dating a married man who's 45.
You, what? What are you talking about?
But it's different. I'm 30.
But yeah, I think I would say, Chiro, this ain't a good idea. I don't think you should do it, but I can't make you not see him. Do you know what I mean? I can't force you. Bro. There's many men out there, but also are they? I don't know. Are they really? No, man. I can't. You can't ever tell someone who to date or not to date, right? I think for this, not even for the sake of your own relationship, but just worse when you oppose something, especially when you oppose something, they're going to do it even harder just to piss you off, So I just feel like, tell her you don't like it, you don't see this going anywhere, she's going to get heartbroken. Everything you just said, tell her. And then stay out of it. It's not your business. It's not your relationship. It's not, whatever. See, my only thing is, right, I want to be a good friend. So I also want to be that person who says, okay, when it goes left, you can still come back and I'll still say, oh, friend.
Yes, baby.
I want to be, but I'm also like, but I can't. Just like, I'm also going to look at you and say, babe.
I told you so.
Come on. There's some things where you can't now come back when the situation goes left and you want to cry on my shoulders because I'm not going to listen to you. I will not have the capacity because I will tell you, I say, where did you think this was going? And I told you. There are some moments where I think, and I told you so is warranted.
Okay, I think I would be like, bruh, I told you so. But then, okay, come cry.
It's okay.
But let's go for ice cream. We got your bad shark.
It's allowed. So to this person, we're telling her, definitely tell your friend your reservations.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. Like, maybe you don't necessarily have to say, bruh, siana ni munu. Because when you do that to someone, as Kuda says, it's just going to fuel them even more. So kind of just talk to your friend and be like, yo, is this, I don't know, like I don't feel comfortable that you're dating somebody. Like I love you. I love you too much to say nothing when I see you doing wrong. Yeah. Because how would you feel if you were the wife and your husband is cheating on you with somebody else?
Also, if it can happen with you, it'll happen to you.
Exactly.
Isn't it just the general principle?
Yeah.
He can do that to his wife. Even if you become the wife, he's just going to do it with somebody else. Like, you get boring. And then he'll go find another 23-year-old, and at that point he'll have more money.
You get old, not boring. You get old.
See, that's also true. Because once she's 27, 28,
he's
looking for another 22-year-old. Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
So as a concerned friend, just like tell her, this is how I feel religiously. Hey, girl, we go to church together, but I know you're busy dating a married man. So religiously,
pray
I
for
feel
your
like, yeah. And then obviously she won't take it to heart. We know how women can be, but at least you've said it and you've
and because if you guys are good friends, she's not gonna take it. She might just take it.
Dude, pray for your friend. We'll pray for your friend too. She might see the light.
Yeah.
And the friend also.
I'm not praying for the friend.
She tell her to call Garoa.
Yeah,
those are all realities. Yeah. No,
I remember in varsity, like there was a hun in my class when we were in final year. She was messing about with a married man, and a combi, 16-seater, pulled up to campus, full of the wife and her friend group, and they put hands on said classmate.
Munchitaris, are you all watching?
And I was there. And even if I was there, everyone was just shocked with what's happening. But obviously, like campus security was like, what is going on? But apparently, she had found this Hans' heels in
his car.
She probably left them on purpose too. She probably did that because when you left the house, what were you wearing? When you left this car, you weren't wearing shoes.
It's like, that's also the thing. It's like you start getting a bit entitled to someone's husband. Now you're like, oh, okay, let me just leave my lip gloss here.
See what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Stir the pot.
Stir the pot a little bit. No, girl, leave it.
We don't want you on H Metro and the like.
Yeah, and also, guys, I feel like stories of people, I want to say this in Shana, people who are kuisiro mshonga are very rampant. I don't know what the mshonga is called, but like where people get stuck together. And that usually happens when you're sleeping with somebody's man.
No, that's real.
That's too. No, like that's enough to deter you. Like, why on earth? Why?
Can I actually say that's actually a very real fear of mine? And not even because of like married men, right? But in general.
And then Kuroiwa in that way.
Yo. And for some reason, like I don't know, and I know I've said this before, I just don't know if it's like maybe because we're now older, so we hear of these things when we understand them more. But I just feel like more and more symbols are really into the witchcraft now, hey? Like, and it could not be, I don't know if you guys saw the story. Yo, guys, we're going on a tangent. But I don't know if you guys saw the story of this girl who was sleeping with the married man, right? And she went, young girl, to some mbuya, wherever, to say, I want this man, right? And for some reason, well, not for some reason, but essentially, that mbuya said, I don't help side chicks.
Amen.
Right.
Thank you, Gogo.
But I don't know if it was coincidental or if this mbuya found the wife, but now
They went and royal to the side chick.
Exactly. So now she was now a sick side chick, right? And her family had to go to the wife to say, hey, please go tell Mbuya to reverse. And the Han was like, no, I'm not. So sorry. Right? And to the point this girl died.
Yeah.
Oh, that story.
This honey died. And the lady said, no, because also side chick, like Chido said, was acting real entitled. So this lady had called her and said, bro, stay away from my man. And she was like, nah, that's my man now. Don't. Lady said, okay, shut up. All right. And this guy was also being very neglectful of his family, you know. So this lady said, I'm not going to tell this lady, Gogo, to reverse it on the basis of the things that she was saying to me. All right. If it was just the fact that these two were sleeping together, a bit. But she was so disrespectful that she needs to learn. But to the point where she died. I said, no.
Not me, man.
And it doesn't have to be a married man. Like, genuinely, guys, people roll you for small things. And that, for me, is scary as hell.
Yeah. Stay away from people's husbands.
That'll spook into not doing.
Maybe tell your friend that story, hey?
Yeah.
Literally.
And it's on everything. You'll find it on some Facebook, it's on X, it's on everything. You'll find that story because they even did, whoever was, somebody filmed it. Somebody filmed the conversation between her family, the married guy's family, and the wife's family. Somebody was in the room filming the entire conversation. So you have it then. Go give her that story. She'll change her mind.
Hectic.
Well, anyway, I like this dilemma because I think it links perfectly to our topic today, which is just girl code. Like, we all know there's a bro code, right? But is there a girl code? And if so, what does girl code entail?
So,
Can I date Anisu's ex?
Which one?
None of them, sorry.
wow, babes. Wow.
I mean, no, not like that way, but like...
They are the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, please. I love myself. And I love Anisu.
Okay, so with girl code, I think maybe let's just try and go over all the rules or girl code 101. Firstly, I feel like as women, we should be looking out for each other. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Unfortunately, like the dilemma, people are attempting to take people's husbands. People are backbiting each other. They're making things very difficult. And as women, we should actually be trying to uplift each other. rather than bring each other down. Because at the end of the day, why are we doing that? It's the patriarchy, bro. And we're not down with the patriarchy. So I feel like in everything that we do, we should at least try and help each other out. So the first one that I saw online there was in terms of safety.
Okay.
So do you look out for fellow women when it comes to safety? Do you go out of your way to help someone out? We all know men are killing women. Men are killing women. That's not, it's a fact. It's not like a myth or anything.
It's not taboo. It's not like whatever. It's like real. It's,
Yeah. So in terms of safety, do you check up on your friend? Let's say we've all gone out, right?
You home.
Do we check, have you gotten home? Do we make sure they've gotten home safely? Do you make sure she's left the party or whatever in a proper state?
Yeah.
So I think that one example.
That's a big one.
Especially when you're going out. Do you check up on your friend? More especially if she's drunk or if she's not in a. Do you take let's say you're taking an Uber, right? Or you're taking an in-drive. Do you take that person's details down, knowing that, okay, my friend is 1, she's drunk, 2, men are killing women. We don't know this Uber driver from Adam.
Rock.
So do you then she say, okay, you're taking this, give me the number of the car that you're going with, give me the number of the driver or whatever. Personally, I do that anyways. Kuda and I were out yesterday. I was like, yo, this man, I've never seen this man in my life. I took a screenshot, I gave it to her before I even left. And she also came to the gate. She checked to see, okay, my friend is now in the car. In this car that we know the number plate and whatever. And then she also checked after, have you gotten home? I feel like that's very important, not to just do with your friends, but to also do with strangers. Yeah.
I wanted to say, I don't think girl code should even just be limited to friends, right? I think, and I always say this, that I feel like the girls' bathroom is the best place to be read at a bower.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because I really, in those moments, those are the very small moments where I actually see girls coming together. Right? In a bower, it will always be oh, I like your lipstick, please can I have? Oh, I like your perfume, please can I have? And people are very willing. I don't know if it's because you're drunk or what, but if there's a girl crying in the bathroom, the girls are within the sisterhood. Do you know what I mean? But I think it then doesn't extend very far past that. Yes, if I see a girl being drunk, I will. Normally, another girl might try, girl, drink some water, do some things. But I think there isn't that extra, oh, let me get your number and see if you got home safe. Or I don't know you, but let me just make sure that it tends to just end at girl, drink some water, and then it doesn't ever extend towards, let me make sure this girl is okay. I think sometimes when you do see, and I've seen instances where you've seen a girl being harassed, for example, and even girls that don't know her will jump in or, do that fake, oh, hey, friend, let's get to bathroom or, that kind of thing. And I see that quite often, especially when people go out. But like I'm saying, there isn't that extra step to then make sure that in the end she's okay. But now, I don't know. I think for me, girl code is also, it's more of a morality sort of guidelines, right? These are not laws. These are not, I don't have to, right? I have no obligation to help you pass this. So I think because it's based on such a subjective moral standing, you might not get the same sisterhood you extend will not be the same sisterhood you might receive. Because it's such a person-to-person basis, similarly like the dilemma. Already, these two friends are not even using the same moral compass. We're not even in the same country, right? But you will find that she might say girl code would be, I wouldn't try to be with somebody else's man. If homie says, I don't know this girl. She's not she's not my obligation, you know, and then you always have he's married to her, I'm not married to her, you know, that kind of debate with how's it my problem?
But I feel like that's the patriarchy though. I feel like because you're pitting each other against each other, you're actually helping the man out in the situation.
Yeah.
Baby girl, you're 23, you should be living your best life. And you're like, now following
You have a
married
pick of men. You want to go for 35-year-old.
married man with a kid.
35-year-old lacto. What? I think you're right, because even just when I think about just how we have been raised as women, it's always like we're always fighting against each other, fighting for the men, fighting for attention, fighting. Like we've just been taught that the next girl is your competition. She's not your sister, but she's your competition. And that filters through in everything that we do, which is why this girl code thing is it's not universal, right? It's very subjective, because there are some people who are really like for the girlies, and then there are others who pretend to be for the girlies when they really know that they're trying to bring you down. So they will see you, they'll actually watch with all these girls being roofied and will do absolutely nothing. And then we'll follow you to the bathroom. Oh, friend, are you okay? You're a little bit drunk. Did you need some water? But you know very well that you saw it happening. Or that your friend, your male friend, is the one who's roofied this girl. Like, for me, I just, you know, that's very, there's two kinds of, there's really girls, and then there's those who really just want to bring you down.
But even that example, I would even equate it to Kuroya, like we've been discussing. Because how can you do that? Eish, guys, of all the things in the world, a woman should not be helping anyone get roofied or get essayed. Of all the things in the world, I feel like that should be top tier of your things. Because then next time it's you. Next time it's your friend doing that to you, because men don't care about you. They don't care. So yeah, that's one of the other rules. Like, don't be a pick-me. Because I feel like girls do that a lot. And it's just like, baby girl.
What is a pick-me?
Who is a pick-me?
Because
let's get an urban
a pick-me is like a baby girl who wants to be liked by the men. Will do at all costs, like even if it means you're going to embarrass yourself for the male gaze, will do it. Hey there, lovely listeners. So listen, running a podcast in Zimbabwe is quite the journey. It requires resources. And when I say resources, I mean money, time, and effort. Wondering how you can support us? Well, we've got you covered with Inbox. Or World Remit if you're on the other side of the world and you'd love to contribute. Our Inbox number is 077-810-3171. Whether it's the cost of a cup of coffee or a virtual high five, every little bit of your support counts. Remember, supporting our podcast isn't about funding our caffeine addiction, though it is in part, but your support keeps our podcast alive and thriving and helps us create more content, ensuring that our laughter echoes through your devices. Thanks again for being part of our community and for listening.
So it's usually that girl who says stuff like what?
The girl who her male mates will say, "Oh, bring Stoko." She'll then bring her friend. She'll tell her friends, "Oh, let's go to a party." Then she won't tell her friends that her friends are the Stoko. That's
literally.
That's a pick-me-sha, right?
That is a pick-me-sha. Ooh, bring Stoko.
Instead of saying, "I'm not interested,"
I don't do those things. Yeah.
You want to be a pimp.
Find your own girls to invite, not my friends. showed me the very girl who in the group chat, guys, there's a party. Let's go. I'll even come pick you up.
Be careful of those girls, guys. Wow. Or even on Twitter, like when there's like a discourse. Oh, men do this, men do that. And then there's that one.
Some men are
always
like
that one.
Some women are. Oh, yes, men are actually right on this one. Women do this, this, and this.
Oh my gosh.
Or it's, why was she even in that corridor? And
why was she wearing a short dress?
Women, modest women don't do that. And you're like, baby girl.
You can be essayed with a long dress.
Honestly.
And that's my thing, going back to that. That can happen to you. So I don't get why you're on this side.
And you'll be the same person who is expecting sisterhood to come through for you when you can't come through for somebody else. No, thank you, ma'am.
No, honey. No.
No, thank you, ma'am. And I have to read the story.
Alrighty, we've got another. This one is a stolen dilemma. From the radio.
From the radio?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a hot topic. So it says, my sister and I did culinary arts. Here she passed and I did okay. I remember telling her, sekuseka kuti please usazoite show off pamurume wangu. Just make good dishes, but ari basic. Last month, I went through my husband's phone and saw chats yake ne my sister iri empty, which is very suspicious because what? Anotomira grocery list and things mwana via WhatsApp. I spoke to Mama about this issue. Wakati maybe it's time adzoka kumba, being the sister. When I spoke to my husband, he refused, and he's now refusing. When I spoke to my husband, he refused and said he's happy with the setup. I can't exactly put a finger to it, but I feel some type of negative energy towards my husband and sister after the information from my helper.
Ellipsis. ...
Wait, so we don't know what the helper said?
So I actually listened to this one on my way home. Because I like the radio. So this babe, she was saying that her sister, being the best cook that she is, had now captivated the husband. So she would make not these basic meals, the 3-course meals.
Not Sazane
No. The nice meals. And now she was saying that my husband actually notices when I have cooked and when my sister has cooked. And he prefers that my sister cook. Right.
Also, that husband is sus.
I'm over this episode. What?
And then the maid then approached Madam, being the lady of the house, and she said something along the lines of, these two, being your husband and your sister, they go on like escapades by themselves together. So now I'm sure she then said, let me check my husband's phone.
Yeah.
But alas, disappearing messages, there's nothing there. But she knows they communicate, as she said. They knows that they communicate via WhatsApp.
Grocery lists and stuff.
So she was now, her dilemma was like, okay, this is now awkward because I brought my sister to live with me because I just wanted her to have like a quote, better life, to have more access to town and all of that. But now it seems like these two might be in cahoots. Yeah.
In cahoots or in bed? Jay, this goes even beyond cahoots at this point. I don't know what this is. But what are you talking about?
With all this talk about culinary arts, she's the one who's cooked, because it's because all the red flags, disappearing messages. You know, here, just to go off what you guys were saying about girl code, it seems like the mom has a great grasp of girl code, because she's like, it's okay about then.
Yeah.
She can actually see from a bird's eye view,
Danger.
Yeah.
I brought you to my house, sister.
But also,
sister. You know what? You know, Rach, if this was, all these, you know, you hear these stories all the time, right? And I never get it. It's so perplexing to me because I cannot think, right, as a person with a sister, right, in my mind can't even fathom how my sister
would want to steal your husband.
I don't get it. Like, maybe, or I don't know, because in my mind,
Maybe you have a 10 out of 10 husband.
What, a 10 out of 10? Clearly he's not a 10 out of 10 husband. Evidently he's not. Yeah. But I'm thinking, like, your loyalty to your sister, bro. Like, the first thing you should say to me, bro, is like, bro, your husband's weird. Me, I'm going, oh. Yeah. Like, it should have been her.
Your husband is looking at me weird, dog.
That's what you, as a sister, not like, oh, I like my sister's husband. What?
Yeah, that's so
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the statement you go to Sekutamba, like, isn't it a relationship? Okay, maybe it differs with siblings, where she should be like, actually, like, she like stand on business, go like,
You can't.
What's that?
Meals. What are you trying to do here with these meals?
What's that Winky D song?
I have no idea.
Like, but you know, there's a song where like the girls.
Big man.
No. There's a song where it's literally this, where I think the sister was traveling, so she asked her little sister to come be at home, right? And then
giving big man vibes.
And then they were like, you know, this sister was trying to mac on the husband from here to Winky D, and then she caught them. Well, I guess the sister was dancing here or something, like he was on the couch. I can see the video, but like in my mind,
if anyone who's listening knows the song,
no, please tell us. Please tell us what it's called. Actually, let me look it up. But like, hi guys, as a sister,
yeah, that's so wild. I can't. Like, I also can't see it.
So we're talking girl code. This one is even worse because it's sister
it's just
code.
Sister.
It's sister code.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing?
But you see, this also goes back to Chido's initial question. When Chido was like, what did you say? When I said which one? Can I date Anessa's ex? And you know, like, I think it even goes down to that where it's like, even as homies, right? Is it that the people that I've dated are now completely off limits?
They are very unattractive.
Is there, okay,
you dated them.
Okay, well now hear me out. Is there a length of time? Say like you dated someone in Form 1. Now we're 30.
I think for me, unpopular opinion, I don't think everyone is off bounds. I think it just depends on my friend's relationship with that person. So if she loved him and she was with him and she was doing the most with him at Form 1 and she still feels like some type of way, then yes, he's off bounds. But if he was like a sneaky link and they dated for 2 weeks and she really doesn't care, then... But I think the girl code part would then be you going to your friend and saying, oh, this guy, I've been talking to this guy and he's like this, like this, like this. And then you hear from your friend, is it a no? Or it's a, okay, babes, like you can do whatever you want. Because in most cases, like we don't even go to our friends.
Yeah, and tell them.
And tell them, your ex-man is approaching me.
He's in my DMs.
He's in my DMs. Sometimes you don't even know that it's her ex-man's. Guys, please.
You know, guys, this just reminded me of something that happened, the two of us.
Also, what just always happened 20 years ago?
Actually, this one saying, ew. That one where he was like coming into my DMs now saying, oh,
what's up?
Who is it? I actually liked you back then.
What are you talking
about? Brother. And also, I think it's because guys, firstly, they don't think women discuss these things.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, some women don't discuss these things. Yo, when your guy says, oh, let's be a secret, don't tell anybody, what. Do not listen to him. You are helping the patriarchy.
Dude, I remember
don't do that.
I remember one person say, oh, I like you, but I don't know how Anessa would feel. And I'm like, what?
What do you want?
What are you talking about? How is this even a conversation we're having?
Why are you doing this?
Because the moment you're asking yourself, I don't know how she would feel. Let it go.
You
already know the answer.
My thing is, I don't know. Six, you tell me. But unless I don't think dudes have those kind of kahunas unless they've tried it before and it worked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like in so many instances, the only way a person can be so bold to say, let's keep it a secret or don't tell this person is because they've done it before. The other girl didn't tell the friend and it actually worked.
Yes.
Right?
But for how long?
Dude, I don't know. But kind of underrate. Why not try it again? That's what I'm saying. I just feel like there are instances where girls don't discuss these things. Or I will say, oh, wait, what do you mean? You don't know how it is to take it. Tell me about your relationship with this. And then he tells me, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And I still
And then you keep quiet.
So you don't ask me.
And then
you don't ask. Guys, I'm sorry, but like, I've known you guys for longer than I'll ever know any man who comes into my life. Like, that math just does not make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
But that's the sisterhood. That's the girl code, right? Like, if somebody, the moment you say that, the first thing I'm doing is,
Bruh, wanna screenshot?
I would even ask you now. This is a three-way conversation because now I'm like talking to Anesu, talking to him. Let me get more information from him so I can take it back to Anesu. And Anesu, you tell me.
Tell me what to say.
What do you want me to say now?
Now, essentially, you're actually talking to Anesu.
Three ways, bro. What?
But anyway, this is all to say, don't try it with us.
We know, honey.
Oh, we've been through this, bro.
We've been through it one too many times already.
We know, Shem.
Okay, tell me another rule of girl code. This is more interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, there's one though, whilst you're looking, is also the one we were just watching now. And the girl said, don't gatekeep information. I also thought that was a really big one, right? Like if a girl asks you, like,
Where'd you get your foundation?
Yeah. I mean, what does it hurt to say, I went to Booties and I got it. This is the shade.
Oh, I got it from Peru.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but you see, that's the thing that I was saying, Kuti. We've been taught or we've been programmed, conditioned to fight. So it's like, oh, because I'm using Fenty foundation and it looks good on me, I can't tell the next person that I've used that.
That's
but
weird as
like
well.
You're so different. Like it's not gonna look the same on me as it does on Kuna.
Yeah.
We're gonna have different shades.
already just from that. But just in general, like if I ask you, like you say you post something.
Where did you go? Restaurant? Which restaurant?
And
Or do you a gatekeep?
Yeah. It's yours, bro. Like you're not making money from this information, bro. Like what in the hell? But I will say,
Wait, people do that?
yeah, people do that all the time, bro. People don't like to tell people things. Like they don't want to tell you where they went for holiday. You ask them where did you go, they don't want to tell you. Or maybe like I don't know, maybe it's the kind of information maybe that people ask. Like if I see you say in like Mozambique, whatever, and I ask you, where's this place, right? Chances are I'm probably gonna ask you also how much was it, and like, you know, that
What agency did you use to book your thing?
maybe people don't like sharing that, you know, because now you know
why?
how much money
Are you
I
paying
spend.
for me to go there?
I don't know, but like maybe it's just people.
I tried to say how much money you spent, but is it going to make that money come back?
Honestly, it doesn't make a difference, honestly. Like, if you blew back, maybe I want to blow back.
Maybe I want to blow back.
Like, now look at you like, or maybe you didn't blow back, which is even better information, because now I want to know how to save money. But now maybe you just don't want to share, or because you already took Instagram photos, you also don't want me to have the same Instagram photos. I don't.
I think people are playing like some sort of Game of Thrones type situation, like ranking each other, and like they have a lot of insecurities. So when it comes to like stuff like restaurants or like maybe maybe something you're wearing, etc, etc. It's more about them and feeling like threatened. Kuti, nah, if I give you this information, then one, maybe you're gonna spend more. This is all happening in their head. Spend more, do it better, look better, etc, etc.
So the problem is Instagram. I always have to slide it.
Instagram.
The problem is Instagram. But you see, and I think again it boils down to individuals, right? And because if you are an insecure person, everyone is competition. Right. But if you're a person who has full confidence in themselves, you're secure in yourself, you know, you are one of those my blessings are my blessings, your blessings are your blessings type person, right? I can't take anything away from you, you can't take anything. If you have that security within yourself, how you just spread the information wide. You want to go, please? I'll even tell you who I booked through, what I did, how much I spent, and I'll be like, since I've already been there, let me tell you, don't spend money on this, don't do this, I'd recommend you do that. You know, instead I did this and I got into that, right? But you do it differently. If you're that kind of girly's girl, then the girl code works. But girl code doesn't work if you are insecure, jealous. It can't.
How much does rapport factor into like girl code? So, for example, I guess it's easier if it's like a coworker or someone who's in your general sphere of influence, you know. But what if it's someone who you have like maybe a negative history with, or someone who they just don't know you like that? Like, you know, some people can ask for advice or ask for something. It's not like you're gatekeeping, but it's kind of like,
it's like
you're not my friend,
like
who are you? Type thing. You know, because I think that also factors into all these codes. Even if I was talking about bro code, like there's some niggas who are like, why would I give you this information? Like, we're not that cool.
Okay, I hear you.
You know what? I won't be like. Yeah, I think that's an important factor because sometimes we usually just talk about it from an airy-fairy kind of perspective. But I'm trying to think objectively, like, when I look at myself, would I share information with somebody that I don't really know, I don't really like?
And imagine if the approach is like rude. Or if like someone's just like,
no.
Sha, Jean Figure, first of all,
Relax.
start sugar with information.
Relax.
Like the hello is already
Like coming at me sideways.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I want to help, but
it's the way you came at me.
Yeah, but even like what we were watching, I guess it's more of you do it with someone who also respects girl code. Because if I'm in a group of women, let's just say we've gone to a networking event or whatever, and you're seeing that these people actually want to help each other get ahead. I'm more inclined to collaborate with someone when I know that we're both working towards something. And like if I then tell a person who I know is going to like either take my idea or run with it, there's no way I'm going to be like more forthcoming. Like let's just say I'm doing a hair business and I've got these suppliers in China. If I know this person, rather than them wanting to also get their money up, they want to compete with me and basically take all my customers and all of that, then yeah, I guess you need to have like some sense of discernment. Because for real, some people will really take your business. I've had that happen to me. But I was like, oh no, I found this. It seems like it's going to be proper. And I've now laid it out like this and all of that. And then that person, because they had more access and they were able to do it faster than me, they were like, okay, bet. They said, oh, that's a really nice idea. That's a really nice idea. And because she had the money then and there, she was like
quickly,
I'm definitely going to do this one. Yeah. So I guess you need to keep some things to yourself, but at the same time, they're like things you can't. Why are you gatekeeping skincare? Why are you gatekeeping restaurants? Why are you gatekeeping where you buy your clothes? That doesn't make sense.
Because I want to be the only one.
It don't matter who has it.
But I want to be the only one at the High Court wearing nice suits. I think you're right, because even like just from a work perspective, because a lot of people come to me and they'll be like, oh, how do you go about this and that? And I was like,
If I tell you.
I mean, if I tell you all the details, like I'll tell you enough to kind of like I'll tell you where to look for it.
Yeah.
At least go and read the act, bruh. Don't first come at me and like no, because like there's people who will be like, what's the fees for this?
Bruh. We can't be doing that.
And you know what? Actually, it's funny that you say that now. I think in the profession itself, right, there's a lot of things that we share. Like now, if you are in a group or something, somebody says, please can I get a precedent for something? Like there's certain things that you will share.
I'll share
easily,
precedent.
right? But like now when it comes to, this could be, say like potential work, right? And then I'm coming to say, okay, what if I already don't know? Like I don't do IP ever. You will not find me doing it. That's not my business, right?
But I can help you, not only because you're my friend, but I know that you're never going to do it.
I did right?
But then there are other people who are now trying to do it, and then they know me, and they want to be like,
and you want to do it. Like I can ask Chido and say, Chido, what is this IP thing, right? Only because I want to be able to talk about it enough so that when that person then says, okay, I need this done, then I'll say, okay, contact my friend Q. Right? I need basic information to be able to talk about it so I don't also like lie or and then once say I've hooked clients, right? Then you can easily say, oh, go to But now imagine going to Chido and saying, okay, step by step now. How do I?
And there's people like that, guys. Like on a real.
Okay, what's the form? Okay.
And then I'll even be like, have you at least read it? Because it's there. It's actually
accessible. Because now you look.
So I haven't gatekeeped. Yeah. No, I haven't gatekeeped. Because when I say go and read the Trademarks Act, really, surely, if you scroll to the back, kunema alpha sheet.
If you read, but I want quick answers. I want fast answers. But I think, like you're saying, there needs to be that like discernment, right? When it does come to Go Code, if it's now where it's taken, I don't say taking from you, right? But kushandiswa.
Yeah.
We're now then there's no sisterhood. You need to.
Now you're just taking me feed.
So there's sort of like a fine line between gatekeeping and curation.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Like, whoa.
Wait.
I'm tired. I'm for the girlies, but come on now. You're also taking this too far. And I think there are certain things that are like, I don't want to say trade secrets, right? But like, I can't go to like...
I can't give you everything.
And also because if you want to now use it for yourself in a way that might also reflect badly on me. Now imagine I tell you something, you didn't understand the way I told you. Now you go do it, and now it comes back to could have said.
No, honey.
And now it's going to reflect badly on me. And it's like, I'm thinking of, think about like, say, if I want to start like working out, for example, right? I can go to like a fitness trainer and say, what are some of the workouts that could help me 1, 2, 3, go to a nutritionist and say, I need a new diet, whatever, right? And the person could either say, here's an entire, you can't also expect the person to give you, let's say, an entire workout routine, right? But they can say, do this, do that, like very general things, right? The nutritionist will tell you, eat more of this, less of this, whatever, right? But you can't now say, oh, can you do me a plan? And then A, you don't want to pay me. And then B, you want to go tell all your friends. Right now you're a pseudo nutritionist, fitness trainer.
You keep sharing the same thing that you
because I know. Come on, I think there is a fine line, but I think we because of the state of sisterhood and girl code in this country at least, right? But in Africa in general, because also having lived in SA, the girlies are not girls, they neither, right? And I think we need to actually start from ground zero. Before we even start doing discernment, let's just start from...
Let's just look out for each other.
Let's support each other.
Yeah. Start from ground bottom and then we'll work our way to discernment.
But guys, dealing with girls is hard. I know I'm a girl, but shit.
Damn it.
Damn it. No, like Anesu was saying, because I'm just deeping it now. Like Anesu shared information because she was being a girl's girl. Right? Yeah. Not knowing that the person who was receiving that information, guys, that's what level of kuroya is that? That is huroi. Like, you're not using muti, but you're just being such a terrible person.
Yeah.
I think something we tend to forget is like human nature in general. Like, human beings are super competitive. Because we're competing for like resources, for validation, for so many things, you know. So like even because obviously I'm from the outside looking in and learning also myself about girl code and stuff and relating it to bro code, etc. And it's just like, it's kind of nuanced because you see, especially like the first place, like, Harare is fast paced. One of my dealing and stuff, so it's like, it's tough to be like, okay, if I give you this information, what's to say you're not going to use it against me?
But also, bro code is struggling also. Like, that's an entirely different conversation. Like, bro code is also struggling.
Can I just ask you one question before we before we finish this episode? Would you date your friend's ex?
I've actually had a situation like that.
Would you date your friend's ex?
It's a yes because you said I've had a situation.
I've had a situation. So yeah, because it's a nuanced answer.
Just say yes or no. Just yes or no and then explain.
I think it's literally mirrors what you guys were saying. It's like, I actually have to know if there are no data for like 5 years, 4 years, there was an investment. I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Like even like in general, even my friends, like wives and stuff like that, I keep a very extremely respectful distance from them.
Yeah.
It's just like, hi, bye.
My guru, Magadi.
For the most part, I'm super awkward as fuck around them. They'll be actually wondering, like,
okay, so why would you be awkward?
Yeah,
that makes it seem like you like them.
No, not like awkward like that, but more of like
distance.
I keep my distance. Because that's also a slippery slope.
Yeah.
The codes there, you see what was happening with our dilemma. These things, they need to be...
Okay, chitaura my nuance in here.
Okay, so it was basically it was a high school situation actually. They were, but they weren't even like official in high school. It's just like, I like her. So then at the time when I eventually started making moves or whatever, I actually like hit him up and I was like, bro, this is kind of happening now. This is like an organic thing. It's like,
that one.
Bro.
Go ahead, boy.
And you went ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I know this is going too long, but now I'm not thinking like in the context of our friendship, right? The people we've dated, right? Like Six was saying, we've always been like, oh, Anissa's dating this person, Chido's dating this person, right? And when I see you, hi, but I'm not texting you, I'm not looking for you, I'm not calling you, you know what I mean? Like, you're my friend's person, right? And we should be cordial,
your
right?
access to Anissa's man is through Anis.
Exactly.
It's not, you don't have direct access.
I can't think of myself like... and even, like, I'm thinking, like, we follow people on Instagram or you have your phone number, right? So you see their WhatsApp status. Maybe they post something funny and then you do a ha, ki, right? But to have full-blown conversation with my person, what are you talking about? I think
unless you're planning my engagement, I don't know, bro.
But you see, now I'm taking it back to the sister thing where I'm saying, this is my sister's husband, right? The access is obviously more than like when it's your guys' people, right? Like this is now
because this is my sister.
But even then, boundaries, guys, boundaries. Like they come to the point, we can't be texting my sister's husband just because we are now family. What are you talking about? Like,
this is getting long. I have another question now with the sister and your husband situation, right? In our Shona culture, there's this chiramu thing.
That's the song. That's the Wikiti song. It's actually called chiramu. There we go.
Good job, Chira. But there's this chiramu thing where it's like, you know, your husband is
my husband.
Essentially what, like, I don't know, it's like your younger sister is your husband's wife as well.
Yeah.
So now that becomes a bit like...
No, it doesn't. Boundaries, guys.
How does this chiramu thing work?
I have no idea.
Okay, wait.
I'm just thinking.
Because I know it just like as a thing, like as a idea that it's like...
When your wife, I think when she passes away.
That's what it's supposed to be, right? Like when your wife passes away, then like the sister essentially comes to take over, right? But also it is just essentially friendly. It's supposed to be like friendly banter between in-laws, right?
A lot of things start from that.
With the way that like the culture is set up, right, and patriarchy is set up, there becomes an entitlement from the dudes, right? And it doesn't even go just to siblings, right? Think about like your tete's husband, right? That's your man, essentially, right? And he will come, my nini, right? And it's supposed to be banned, like we're saying, but now this is how a lot of people get essayed also because this man is saying, right? And if you go sit at it, genuinely, the men will say, yeah, you're right. That is your husband.
But I feel like as people, we need to not... I feel like that's not our culture.
No, it's not.
That's why I asked, what is it? What is the origins of that? Because when you then convolute things and you say, this is my culture, it goes into the realm of pedophilia and the like. No, that's not your culture. Like, first ask yourself what chiramu was for. I'm sure it was to take care of, like, I know with the men, you know how your brother can then, like, what's that thing called? Musara Pavana.
Yeah.
Like when your brother dies, your older brother dies, the younger brother then takes care of the family that you've left behind. He can either become her husband or he can just be a caretaker for the family. Those are things that you're supposed to, you know, at least consider. Don't then just say, no, this is my culture. So my nini is my wife.
No, she's not.
And I think this my nini situation is
My nini.
with the chefs. The culinary.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah. You got too friendly with your...
And she got
friendly too.
Baby girl was delulu and she's like,
he likes me.
He likes me.
Oh, okay. Wow. So this was a really long episode, but I really enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share the epis. Tell us like what you guys think.
Yeah, especially if you've gotten to like the end of the episode. You're a real one.
You're really a real one. We love you.
Tell the others we're awesome here.
Bye.
Bye. Send us inbox. We love you.